Hi, it's Hope and welcome to the video. This is going to be my kind of version of like those TBR games that you see around. What I'm going to be kind of doing is I am eventually going to try and get like a wheel or make a game board, but I'm not quite sure exactly what I want to do, and that will cost a lot of money, so I gotta slowly save up. So what I have for now is a bunch of papers with a bunch of different prompts. I think there's like 30 or so prompts, and what I have to do is I pick one out and then I find a book that correlates to that prompt, and then I will say what one I picked, and I'm thinking 8. Yeah, I'm going to do 8 books, because average a month I read about 12 books, but I want a few extras for if I receive any art copies of books, or if I want to mood read, like I want to read this book that's not on that. And there's a couple books that I have, like 2 books right now I know that I have that are art reads that I might try and I'm going to try and sneak into these if I can. So let's get started. And the editing might be choppy, but we're gonna go from there. I'm kind of terrified. Okay, I'm content with this one, which it is LGBT, so I have to find a book that has some sort of LGBT rep in it. So, yeah. So, the first book I'm picking is The Gravity of Us by Phil Stamper, and this book, from what I know from the little synopsis and what I know other than that, is we follow 2 characters. One is Cal, who is a kind of social media influencer, who his father is part of NASA and is doing something to do with a Mars, like a mission to Mars type thing, and they are forced to move, and obviously that kind of frustrates. And then we have another character who named Leon, who his father is also doing that mission to Mars, and it's kind of those two becoming friends type thing. I don't really know. I don't really like even reading synopsis that much, because I like to go in knowing as little as possible. So the next prompt is highest rated book on TBR. So basically that means I will go onto Goodreads and sort it from highest rated to lowest rated, and the highest rated book I will pick. But if the highest rated book is like a second or third book in a series that I haven't read the first book, I will obviously have to read the first book, because yeah. And the next book I chose is exactly what I said. The highest rated book that has been released on my TBR is A Court of Mist and Fury, but I have not even read A Court of Thorns and Roses, so that's the one that I get to pick. So I'm so excited for that. And all I know is I'm going to be looking, kind of reading off the thing of it, because I actually don't really know what it is about. All I know is it's about a character who kills a wolf, but that wolf ends up being a fae, and then she gets, as a punishment for killing a fae, gets dragged into the kingdom of the fae, and we go from that. That's literally all I know. This is a series I've tried to avoid as much as I can for it, because I'm excited to read it, and I actually was gonna try and fit this in here somewhere, because I just finished Sarah J. Maas's A Court Throne of Glass series, so A Court of Thorns and Roses was a book that I was really excited to read. read. So, 2 books in. The next I'm looking up so I don't look down to see is an adult book. So a book that the rating is an adult book, which I have a couple on my thing, so I will have to find one. The next book I chose is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Literally, all I know about this book is it is about a circus that one day it was there, like one day it wasn't there, and the next day it was, and that's literally all I know, and it's a fantasy book. That is literally all I know. I've heard a few different people on BookTube talk about it, and it's one that I think I'll like. And the next book prompt is newest purchase. Okay, I'm quickly gonna grab it. Newest purchase is Infinity Sun by Silvera. Well, this and one other book were my newest purchase, but this was the one that I haven't read. So, this one, literally all I know is it's about 2 brothers that live in a world, all I know is it is a fantasy book about 2 brothers where one is the chosen one for something and one isn't. I'm not really entirely sure otherwise than that, but yeah. First physical book. The next one, I was kind of hoping I would have got that one, is a new author. So that means a author that I have never read anything by them before. I have to go think. So the book that I chose for the new to me author is going to be Meet Me at Midnight by Jessica Pennington, and this is a book that I actually have a art copy that I have to read like right away. So all I know is it's about 2 people, Sydney and Asher, and they are throughout the summer over some of their childhood and most of their teenhood, they pulled pranks on each other and all that, and then it's their final summer going to be there, and both of them get kicked out of their cabins that their family usually goes to, so they start pranking the person that kicked them out of their cabins that they usually stay in, or something like that, and then obviously they slowly fall off each other. I think that's kind of what it's about. Again, I like going in and knowing basically nothing about my book, but that is from what I kind of get from the from the synopsis. So there's that. Now, what are we at now? We're at 5. We're at 5. So this is the 6th one, which is going to be a standalone. So the standalone book that I chose is Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. All I know is it is about something to do with a library where there's these like magical grimoires and monsters can come out of them. I don't really even know what it's about. I heard a lot of things about it and I bought it. I've yet to read it, so there's that. I don't really know much about it, so what we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 2 more. A short book which is under 300 pages. Got it. For the book under 300 pages. I picked Every Hearted Doorway by Shannon McGuire. I think that's how you say their name. But all I know is about these. It's about a home for children who have gone into these like different portals and have come back and kind of them recovering from whatever happened in those other, like through those portals. I don't know much about these books. I try to go in knowing as little as possible. So this is the final one. I think this might be a middle grade book. I think I have one in mind. So the book for the middle grade category that I chose is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. If you do not know what Harry Potter is about, I'm not even going to explain it. You can Google it. But that's one I picked since it's technically middle grade and it's one I need to read. So, yeah. I'm going to also figure out a couple other books that I know I need to read to do an overall overview of what I plan on reading this month. Okay, so I wrote down all of the 8 books that were picked out of the bucket with these, and then I have 2 other books on top of that. So, we have, I've nothing written down. We have The Gravity of Us by Phil Stamper, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, Infinity Sun by Adam Silvera, Meet Me at Midnight by Jessica Pennington, Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson, Every Hearted Doorway by Shannon McGuire, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling, Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. That is one that I know I was going to read. I was trying to originally get it in here, but I didn't. And Where Shadows Lie by Allegra Pescatore. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, but that is a art copy of a book that I have to get done read this month because it comes out this month. So I will have any book that is mentioned linked down below, and I hope you enjoy this. It's probably all over the place, really choppy and all that, but it's me trying. And I picked multiple books that I wouldn't have thought I would have. Not that I wouldn't have picked on my own, but I wouldn't have picked all of these. And at the end of the month, I will do a wrap-up talking about how I enjoyed each of these books, and if I read any additional books, because again, I only have 10 books on the list, but I normally read about 12. But who knows, with some of the, I might randomly find a book that I really want to read and read it. So, yeah. Bye!